Welcome to WB Mason Postgame Extra, exclusively on SNY.TV. Tuesday night, the Mets got even in their series with the Braves with a 4-1 win. Carlos Torres, making his second start as a Met, gave up a leadoff home run to Andrelton Simmons on the game's second pitch, then allowed nothing else over 6 innings of work.
I really wasn't that sharp at all today, and I got a ton of help from the defense and a couple of lucky breaks, but it was just getting back on a point, and for some reason I thought some of those pitches were out. I'm like, they're hitting those. What's going on? I came back, looked at film, they're right down the middle, So it's just like, okay, well, we got to make the adjustment, and hopefully next start will be a little sharper.
He was kind of off with his command of stuff. The pitch to Simmons early in the game, you don't want. We told him right before the game, you got to keep the ball away from him, and he left something on the inner half, and he hit a homer. So it was obvious that he was kind of getting used to being out there again. But when he had to make pitches, he made pitches. I'm
literally just trying to find what I can do to help this team, and as of right now, it's starting and getting some innings in. Don't need the bullpen, and today, if it wasn't for quite a few lengthy at bats and rough innings, I could have maybe gotten into the 7th and then save the bullpen an arm or two, stuff like that. So just trying to do whatever I can.
The Medlin curse is over. It was a great job by Torres. It's only his second start out of the bullpen. His first start was solid. This one was just outstanding. Like you said, Gary, just really I shouldn't say one blip. He had base runners on every inning just about, but he pitched out of trouble. He did a great job, and he got the ball deep for Terry Collins. And after he left the game, the offense started clicking.
Mets couldn't do much for the first 5 innings against Chris Medlin, but they got the first 2 men on in the 6th, and then Ike Davis came through with the big hit.
Well, Ike, who's been struggling, as we know, that was a 4-hit 6th inning, a 3-run inning for the Mets that really blew the game open and gave Torres his first win as a Met.
I've seen enough curveballs from him the last 4 years, so it's nice to actually, hit one decent off him, and he knows how to pitch. He throws all pitches and all counts. He doesn't really leave stuff over the middle of the plate too much, and he did a great job tonight. We just had one big inning off him, and that got us the W. So it was a good game for us, especially after last night.
Probably means even more the fact that he, got a pitch that he could handle, even though it was a curveball, got it up, took a good swing at it. Again, these are all confidence-building things, and the more his confidence he gets, the more dangerous he becomes.
We got to win games, and Terry thinks that Satin has a better shot at hitting lefties. Then, obviously that's out of my hands, and that's not even a call that I could even make. So when I show up, just do my job, and if I'm playing that day, I'm playing that day. If I'm not, get ready to hit in the 7th or the 9th.
But Ike got the big double, and he had a very poor at-bat the prior at-bat where he struck out on around 7 pitches, all breaking balls. Well, he got a curveball, and he hit it off the base of the wall for an RBI double that put the Mets ahead to stay. And then RBIs were followed by John Buck, who's starting to swing the bat better. He drove one around behind him, and Lagares again continues to shine. He had himself a hit, scored a run, and he got a sacrifice fly in that inning, and that was all the Mets needed.
So the Mets win at 4-1. Game 3 of this series Wednesday night at Citi Field. Jeremy Hefner goes for the Mets. Tim Hudson for the Braves. 6 o'clock Cadillac first pitch. That begins our coverage on SNY. That'll do it for WB Mason Postgame Extra. Be sure to join us after every game for exclusive coverage on SNY.TV.